Hey guys, it's Miss Price. I'm here to give you chapter 11 in reading. This title is The Ghost Dance, and there are only three vocabulary words that we're going to be looking at. Okay, massacre is a noun, it's the killing of a large number of people or animals. Reunite is a verb, to bring back together after a separation, and then symbolize is a verb to represent or be a symbol of something. Okay. And so what we're going to do is look at the ghost dance. Um, and then I'm not going to give you questions um, just because I want you to, start focusing on the test. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you the link for Book It. And what I would love for you to do, guys, what I would really like for you to do is if you would take notes on Book It, okay? Um, and that means just study those questions and the answers that I have. I went in and made one for you guys. So any notes that you take in the reader and certainly the workbook that you are able to use on the test. And the test will be on Wednesday for you guys, okay? So let's go ahead and finish up this chapter. It's called The Ghost Dance, and let me pull it up. Okay, there it is. All right, and the big question here is why did the U.S. government fear the Lakota's cultural connection to the past, and how did this affect the way they dealt with the Lakota people? Okay, I'm going to start us off, and then I'll have you read periodically to yourselves, out loud, however you want to do it. Okay. Um, Wounded Knee Creek is a narrow, minor trickle on the Great Pine Ridge Reservation in South Dakota. If not for the events of December 29th, 1890, this creek would not be known beyond the Black Hills. Because of that day, however, that little creek is remembered as the site of the Wounded Knee Massacre. Why was there a massacre at Wounded Knee Creek? There is no good answer or reason, other than the fact that the creek was near the home of Red Cloud, a Lakota chief and the most important resident of the Pine Ridge Reservation. Red Cloud and his warriors fought against the United States for many years. He even had his own war named after him, Red Cloud's War, 1866 to 1868. He did not win Red Cloud's War, but he did not lose either. In the end, he signed a peace treaty and agreed to live on the reservation. After his war, Red Cloud always tried to keep peace with the United States. He did not join Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse in the Great Sioux War. He was not there at the Battle of the Little Big Horn when Custer and all his soldiers were killed. Even so, Red Cloud was always respected as a great warrior. He never went to battle again, but he continued to fight for his people's rights. All right, guys, and I want you to read until I tell you to stop, okay? Feel free to pause when needed. As Red Cloud and other leaders were trying to figure out how to guide their people into the future, a new form of hope was slowly taking shape. It started in Nevada, on the reservation of the Northern Paiute people, a Great Basin tribe. One day, during a solar eclipse, a spiritual leader named Shaman named Wavoka had a vision. In his vision, he saw his ancestors living happily according to the ancient ways. Wavoka, claimed that the Creator spoke to him and gave him a message for his people. The message was that they should love and care for one another and learn to live in peace with everyone. If they did this according to Wavoka's vision, then the people would be reunited with their ancestors. Okay, and if you will read this page. And this is where the ghost dance comes in. The Wounded Knee Massacre is remembered as the final fight of the Sioux Nation. Even though it really was not much of a fight, it symbolizes the end of nearly 400 years of armed conflict between Native Americans and the powers of Europe and the United States. But you already know this was not really the end. In fact, history shows that Wounded Knee was, in certain ways, a new beginning. Many years would pass, but gradually Native American tribes reclaimed their cultural heritage and their status of America's First Nations. We cannot change the past, but we can seek the truth about what really happened. We can show respect for the lands and rights of the First Nations. Every American should feel a responsibility to help ensure that Native American cultural heritage is protected for future generations. Okay, so guys, this is where I want you to stop. Okay, if you would like to read the Navajo Code Talkers, you're more than welcome to. Um, it also is something that you can find in the form of a book too, which is also an amazing, amazing story that you can read. Um, but what I would like for you to do after you read, after you finish up this chapter, which we should have done together, I'm going to tell you you don't have to do the questions. Okay, so no questions today. But tomorrow, what I would like for you to do is, like I said, it's time. I want you to study for the test, and so I'm going to send you a link um, where you can get on Book It and play Book It. And then what I want you to do as you go along, if you would, what I would like for you to do is certainly. Write the questions down on a piece of paper and then answer those questions. Put the correct answers. So that way everything that's on this booklet that I've made, you can use for the test. Okay. And so then the test will be on Wednesday. So if you can just study booklet, write the questions down, and then you'll be ready for the test on Wednesday. Okay, guys. See you later.